And by the way, I think we're in a trend period right now where there are artists who are reimagining and bringing back songs from the past. Surf Mesa with the Frankie Valli Four Seasons song, "I Love You," and then there's the other one, "You Put Your Records On" by Rick Momney or whatever his name is. People are doing it, and it's pretty cool because there's a bunch of people out there who have never experienced. I mean, any of the Hero. Isn't it crazy to think that there's there's millions of people out there that have never really heard Hero like fully, and like come on. But it's true.
Yeah, the crazy part about Hero too, is that Hero was such a legendary song because it came out straight when the Twin Towers thing happened, the whole effect of that, so it came out to that, so it became such an inspirational song for the American people as well,
But also an inspirational generational song, like for people of my generation and yours, essentially, kind of like, because you guys, like oldest and youngest in the group. How old are y'all?
19 to 24.
19 to 24. Okay, so like there maybe that's like right there.
Believe me, I hear these songs, and in those moments when I was younger, these songs were like crazy all the time. Wherever I go, whatever
cleaning with the moms,
the restaurants, everywhere I go, I listen to these songs.
Is there pressure when covering a song as legendary?
Yeah. Every single song, covering any of those songs, it's just like you feel like you have a kind of like this weight, like this kind of pressure, but at the same time, responsibility. We have this great team that's with us in the studio. Our vocal producer John, he helps us so much with everything. Even us, I feel like we're a lot more comfortable with how we sound, and we're like a lot more open to what we want to do. So at the end of the day, I think this project was perfect timing, and it sounds pretty good.
Actually, every time we was about to record a song, we have like we was having like
a history lesson,
like a history class of that song, like which year and what like. Why they say that?
Like
what was the meaning of the song?
Yeah, exactly. So it was really cool. Like we also like learn a lot with that.
That's the great thing about our team too. They educated on every song that we sang. So for us was also like a learning process. Because we would listen to these songs, but we never know where it came from. Who wrote it and stuff like that. So now we're actually knowing and very conscious about the historical meaning between all these songs.
Getting in those lyrics, like the meaning behind and everything.
Yeah, you better understand the torch that's kind of being passed to you in a sense. It's very cool.
Did you guys get to talk to Enrique or like Ricky Martin when you were recording it, asking him tips, advice, anything like that?
But not while we were recording, but after we recorded, we talked to Ricky. We sent him like a little thing, and he messed with it, man, and we Fonsi as well. Yeah. They loved it, man, for us to just recreate these songs and show it to our generation, and just have these songs back again, it just feels great, and for us, it's just an honor to just represent these songs and make them the best that they can be.
Hey, beautiful human, I gotta hit pause real quick to talk about trains. It can be a little frustrating, especially if you're running late or if you're in a hurry, to find yourself at a railway crossing waiting for a train. And if the signals are going and the train's not there yet, you may feel tempted to try and sneak across the tracks. I'm here to tell you to not ever do that. Ever. To the naked eye, trains do often appear to be further away and moving slower than they are, but they can't stop quickly. Even if the engineer hits the emergency brake right away, it could take the train over a mile to stop. Over a mile. By that time, there could be a potentially deadly crash. So the point is, you can't know how quickly a train will arrive. So if the signals are on, the train is on the way. And you just need to remember, stop. Trains can't. What do y'all learn about yourself from being away from the group for a couple months?
I missed it.
That's true though. We
you get to miss the people like you're around. While you're in quarantine by yourself in the room, is like you miss everyone. After 2 days, you're there. It's like you want to do like
you get to appreciate it a little.
You get to appreciate everything like more. 100% more.
discover anything about yourself from hanging out with family and connecting, you know, being away from work?
Yo, that I can make good eggs.
Really good.
How do you prepare your eggs? Are they sunny side? Are they scrambled?
These crazy scrambled eggs.
Some crazy scrambled eggs. You know?
Toast.
That's a skill. I mean, I think that's
Man, that's
breakfast. You know, that's the first
meal of the
meal of the day. That's
big one. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, he gave us time to connect with our family, like you said. Gave us that little time to be present with them, to kind of help, maybe like just a little time cooking with my mom,
or cleaning. Your mom made me clean every day, you know. So that was beautiful to me.
Yeah, those little moments I appreciate, like really appreciate. To be honest.
Movie nights, game nights, Monopoly.
Yeah. Everyone bought a pet, so we're in love right now with our pets and everything.
Like all stuff that you wouldn't be able to do if you were working.
Exactly. Like a kind of normal life.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we took the positive out of the negative.
Yeah.
And we I think we've actually grown these past months of quarantine.
I mean, honestly, if there wasn't a quarantine, we might actually be in the same room together speaking about a different album. Totally. You know,
exactly. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Déjà Vu. It's a bunch of love songs that span decades that really, I'm really excited. I love covers. I first started to get really deeply into music when I started really hearing covers on YouTube. I mean, 13 years ago or whatever, you know?
That's crazy.
And just the reimagination of songs and somebody having the ability to strip something back and then just rethink what's dressed around it and how the story's delivered. I think it's really, really cool. It's like a whole different art form.
Yeah, it's a whole
yeah, it is different from creating a song from nothing, right? Which you've also obviously done.
Yeah, because you have to get in that character. Like you have to get in the character of what the
tap into their
story, to kind of breathe and read the lyric. And when you read it before you listen, because we had the melodies on the head because we heard the songs, but when you actually read it and get in the zone and get in the character, you feel what they were trying to say and what were their message.
There's lyrics that we were like, whoa, I didn't know he said this. That's crazy.
It's like so beautiful.
Yeah. And like the lyrics that they used back then was like crazy, so poetic.
Yeah.
Way more
the whole story.
It's awesome.
Is there a discovery that sticks out to you? A lyric that sticks out to you?
I think all of them.
Una letra específica como una línea. Es que, to be honest, since all these songs are like all the hits and all like the amazing songs that all the girls would like die over, I don't think there's like a specific like phrase that I can tell you like, wow, it's completely different, it's amazing, because all these songs are like,
I can be your hero, baby.
In the beginning of Hero, Enrique whispers, "Let me be your hero."
Yes.
Does somebody get to do that on your cover?
Oh, we actually thought of it. You know, we were in the studio. We're like, yo, who's gonna do the whisper? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna do that? But man, we also didn't want to imitate his stuff, because that's also like taking away his essence, you know. So we wanted to add ours. It's like kind of like what's it called? Adding to his legacy, you know.
Yeah.
And just making our own way, you know, and trying to give it a new life at the end of the day, you know. So because we respect everything that he did with this song, so we also didn't want to take away from his art form, you know.
Because it's beautiful. At the end of the day, you hear what he did and what artists did in every single song is amazing. It's beautiful, very unique.
The other song I wanted to ask was the one about Big Boy. I don't want to pronounce the title of the song because I'll butcher it, but that song's a little different. There's like a lot of rapping in that song, right?
Yeah. Did you hear that song before?
I recognize when I got the track list, I recognized it, so I went back and listened, and I definitely know it, and I listened to all the other songs, and it definitely stands out. It's much different than the rest of the songs you're covering.
Yeah, it is. It's cool because I don't know if you noticed, like in the beginning, it's a bit more like mellow.
Yeah.
You really don't expect that like fast rap part come in, so it's something like different that's gonna catch a lot of people that don't know the song off guard.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's different for that song. We actually have I say that we have choreography. We have choreography. We have choreography in that song. And Kyle Hanagami, he worked with us on that, and it turned out amazing. We actually had a couple days to do that on Zoom.
2 days.
2 days to figure it out, and we killed it.
It was cool. It was cool.
How'd you tackle the rapping part?
The rapping part. That's
Straight
between
on.
these two. Actually, these three.
Yeah, it was crazy because for me, it's so different. You know, like I'm used to melody and I'll rap, but like chill. Not so crazy. But like as soon as I heard Xavier kill it, and then I heard Eric kill it, so I was like, yo, I gotta step up to this level right here. And it was different for me, to tap into that fast rap, stuff like that. Since I have like a little stutter sometimes, it was hard for me, but I did my best.
When you're rapping that, is that a exact cover, or do you kind of put your own little twists on it in those verses?
He did a little twist on it. Yeah, it's just a tiny twist, but it's there. Like
melodically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aventura is the only boy band that you actually ended up covering, right? So, I mean, there's a duo in there, but they're the only group. How'd you break down all these records that were originally meant for one person or two people?
We kind of listened like 100 times in the studio all over again, the original songs. And we were hearing it, kind of like, I kind of like this part.
I identify with this.
I kind of identify with this part. Let me kind of prep it out, and we just step out in the booth and try it out, and it came out good. Like each one of us trying their parts.
And also, what we do too is like, let's say if somebody started the last song, somebody else gets to start this song.
Yeah.
So like we do that as well. Like let's say if somebody was on the second hook on this one, let's try to mix it up for the other one and put somebody else.
Is there strategy musically in that, or is it just fairness and equality for all?
There's a little strategy with fairness, and
but at the same time too, you kind of hear the demo and you're like, okay, that sounds like him. You should record that. But at the end of the day, we're super happy how it turns out. We always make sure we're all 100% happy with the outcome of every song. So yeah.
Do you hear the production redone for these covers before you set the lyrics to it? So you set the pace and you set the tone right before you craft it, or?
There was one, which is the Aventura one, that we didn't have the production. Nothing yet, So we kind of did it like super stripped down, kind of like R&B-ish,
Oh, cool.
Very R&B soul. And then we started working on the production. But we did it like kind of how we envisioned it. We're like, all right, cool, this song is going to be a little R&B, but still like, poppy and still marketing the bachata, so we kind of tapped into that, with our imagination, and then they recorded the production. But most of them had the production before anything.
Just like a little,
just
maybe
a little sample.
The chorus and just the kick, kind of, just to kind of start and
to
then
feel the vibe. Yeah,
exactly.